大家好，欢迎收听唱歌学中文。Hey everyone, welcome to Sing and Learn Chinese. Today we are going over 开心歌, the happy song. And the thing about this song is this is for the very, very beginner of beginners. So if you know nothing, like nearly nothing about Chinese, this song is for you because we're literally learning only 3 words. Now, if you do know quite a bit about Chinese, but you're not super familiar with these words, or maybe you are, you might still learn something. So stick around. And we're going to be doing something, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the background stories and, well, just background, behind the scenes of these characters. Because I find that with learning Chinese characters or anything that's kind of complicated, the more you understand about how and why something came to be, the better it is for your memory and your ultimate long term learning, because then you can scaffold the information and attach it to previous knowledge rather than just being told, all right, just memorize these characters. That doesn't work, right? So let's get started. The lyrics, if this would cooperate with me. Okay, so the lyrics of the song, as you can see, are just 开心开心, life has meaning, when a favorite song I'm singing, when I'm working on interesting things, I'm happy. So not a whole lot of Chinese, as you can see. But I thought this would be a good song to start off the new year with because it's happy and we always want to start off on a positive foot. So then we've got the next line, which is whoops, went a little too far. Okay. 开心开心, what a feeling, I could be like this all evening. When this 开心歌 I'm singing, sing with me. So really there's only 3 words, 开心 and 歌, which you could see in the title anyways. Now let's take a look at what these words actually mean. We've got 开心歌, 开, and then 心, and then 歌. So let's talk about each one. So the word 开 is actually a door and then a set of hands. So this symbol here, right here, the outside of the symbol is a door. It represents a door. It means door. If you take this middle part away and you just have this, it means door. And it looks kind of like those doors that you see in those old Western movies, you know, the saloons, and they've got those swinging sideways doors where you can kind of see above and below them, but in the middle they've got 2 panels that you can push on. That's basically what this is. And then the thing inside here, it's kind of like the ancient form of hands. So just imagine hands pushing on a door, and when you do that, what happens? The door opens, right? So that's the reason why this word is open. To 开, 打开 means to open. 开门 is to open a door. So this is 门 right here without the inner part thing. And then once you put this inner part thing in here, which kind of represents the hands, then you've got 开, open. Then we've got the word heart, 心, which is 3 dots, and then this hook. Now, that is interesting because, as we know, the actual human heart, well, not just the human heart, but the actual heart of a mammal is a 4-chambered organ, right? So you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 strokes, and there are 4 chambers in the heart. And I think they did have something to do with this. Like the structure of the heart really does have something to do with the reason why the character for heart in Chinese is the way it is. Now, an interesting thing about the word for heart is that it can be modified into this thing, which is like this bend in the middle, turns straight, and then it just keeps 2 dots on the side. And this is called a 部首, which is kind of like a radical or a portion of a character. You'll see this in characters such as, for example, this one, which is 坏. So 坏 is, this side over here is pronounced 坏, which actually means bad, but it's in this character for pronunciation. And then you see this heart radical over here on the left. And what that tells you is, it tells you the pronunciation is 坏, and then it tells you that the meaning of the word has something to do with the heart. And as you can see here, this word kind of means bosom. So it's like when you're talking about a mother holding a child close to her heart in her bosom, you would say, 妈妈把孩子抱在怀里. So the mom is holding the child in her embrace. And that makes sense because it's physically, when you're holding a child close to in your arms, it's that child is close to your heart. And then metaphorically, a child is close to the mother's heart, right? So there you go. Now you know that when you see this word, it means 心 and it means heart. But when you see this particle, radical, I guess, in other words, then you know that it has something to do with the heart, either physically or metaphorically, usually metaphorically. Okay, and then our third word is 歌, and I wasn't able to dig up a whole lot of background for this one, but it looks a little bit like the word 可 and the word 欠, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but these are actual characters in Chinese, and you can probably spot them. They're not that uncommon either. So 欠 actually means to owe somebody something, and 可 is like 可以, which means can or okay. And it also shows up in Coca-Cola. But so if you take away this right hand side of the word 歌 song, you get a word which is still pronounced 歌, but it means older brother. So I don't know if it helps you, but you can think about like the older brother is singing a song. My older brother is singing the song. 哥哥在唱歌. So they both are pronounced 歌, and they both have this side to it. But then if you're singing, you add this. Maybe it's like my older brother owes me a song. There we go. That's one way to remember it. Anyways, just that's one thing that you can do when you are learning Chinese characters is try to find out why they are the way they are. If you can, like dig up some history. Also learn radicals, learn the components of a character. Like in this case, Huai is like, here's a heart character, and then this character on the right means or is pronounced Huai, and that kind of lends pronunciation to the word. The more you know the reasons behind things, the better you can remember them in the end. And then same thing with like the word kai, we've got men, door, and then this character which kind of is like a hand. It isn't actually in real modern Chinese, we don't use this character to mean hand, but apparently in the old days it kind of did mean that. So it's like a hand pushing on a door means open. So that helps you to remember when you understand the background context. And if you can't really find any background context, you can make up your own stories, kind of like what I did here with like the older brother owes me a song. My older brother owes me a song. 哥哥欠我一首歌. So there we go. 开心歌, happy song. So hopefully the rest of your year is happy, but let's just, take things one step at a time. Let's just make this day and then this week and this month a good month. And that's it. So remember that, let's see, if you haven't yet, remember to sign up for our mailing list, singandlearnchinese.com. There's a thing down there where you can put in your email and you'll get access to 2 free gifts. This one is our pronunciation chart, which includes zuing, pinging, and a numbering system so you can keep track of stuff. And then also our list of 1,000 most commonly used words. This is what we are basing our vocab songs on, by the way. So when we have a bunch of vocab songs, they tend to be focused on one particular vocab word from this list. And this list was made from several frequency lists. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed. And until we see you again, 再见.